Confidence through the body, somatic tools to feel empowered. Welcome back to the Self-Esteem and Confidence Mindset podcast today. I started off when I got into personal growth with a lot of mindset stuff, but really what was a game changer for me was really getting connected with my body. Because a lot of the body stores more emotions, a lot of emotions. From traumas, from experiences, from highly emotional events. And actually, when I become more connected with my body, and it doesn't always make logical sense like the mind's on about, that's when I've started creating awarenesses, had hidden messages that I didn't realize. Things are just shown up suddenly in my life or in my mind that I didn't even know were there from somatically connecting with my body. And often that's where, if you look in the research and read up on this, often you see that diseases, illnesses come from stored away emotions that weren't processed, like fears, like suppressed anger. And when I've become more connected with my body, I've naturally felt more energetic doing different practices. I've had a lot more clarity and a lot more connections with people because I'm connected more as a result. And it's really allowed me to connect to me, which is the most important ones. So I want to give 5 ways that I found really useful with you today in terms of somatic tools. Now, somatic is about connecting your body. That's what it means to me. So the first one is breath work. I love this. I'm a facilitator. I of course offer coaching sessions which involve breath work as well. If you want to get in touch with that, I advertise this on the podcast. But yeah, like breath work is key for me. And there's many online as well, but always getting a facilitator or a coach to work with you is really, really powerful. So number 1, breath work. Find yourself a regular breath work practice, even starting small, 5-10 minutes a day, then maybe doing a longer one each week. That has really, really been powerful for me. Number 2, somatic dance, ecstatic dance. This can be really, really powerful. Because it allows, and don't use the mind, allow the mind to just switch off and say, mind, switch off, and I'm just going to move my body. Because what that does is allow your body to move in certain ways and express how it wants to. I remember doing this about a month ago when I was in Spain at a retreat, a bit over a month ago. And we were just all somatic dancing, and by the end of it, we're going onto the balcony, we're dancing about. And people just weren't thinking their mind, but they were just so happy. They were expressing. So human beings were meant to express, and that's what somatic work will do. Instead, when we get into adulthood, we kept in the mind to be safe, to be like, okay, I need to get everything right, and all this kind of thing. But if you can connect with the emotions, that's going to release a lot and allow you to experience more of life. And dance is a really powerful one. The third one is shaking emotions out. I learned this from one of our guides in one of the groups I'm in, one of the communities I'm in. She's brilliant with inner child work. Now, inner child is when you connect with a younger version of yourself, like that kid. And you see kids, they're really good with somatic. They're like expressing, they shout, they scream, they cry, they dance, they run around. And that allows their emotions to release. Now, I know as an adult like screaming, shouting, kicking off, rolling on the floor is not socially acceptable. And I'm not saying in public you need to do that. But when I've allowed myself to do those kind of things in private and release, or in a group where everyone's doing that all together, it's great as well. We had 500 of us in a event I was in where I actually spoke at. And then we were all like rolling on the floor together. Actually, half of us, because we were doing it in partners. So one partner would do it and the other one wouldn't. So 250 people that were roughly were doing like screaming, crying, shaking out their anxiety. But if you can allow yourself to experience an emotion for 60 to 90 seconds and not get in your head, really experience it, just note a difference. Like anxiety, you could just be like shaking, like, I'm really feeling anxiety. Anger, you could be like, and just screaming into a pillow. Feel sad, maybe put a sad song on and allow yourself to cry. But if you can allow yourself to experience the emotion, it will go through the body, and that will release a lot of a load that's stored in your body. The fourth one is pull yourself some power moves. The Wonder Woman pose is a very powerful one. So Amy Cuddy did a TED talk on that one. if you stand, there's many different things you can Google, but if you stand upright, your chest out, your hands on your hips, looking confident, notice the boost in your confidence, because your mind doesn't know the difference between fake and reality sometimes. And if you're like pulling yourself into a pose, even if you don't feel like it, you're going to feel a lot confident after the 2 minutes than you did before. So that's a really powerful one you can do proactively to feel good as well. And then the fifth one I'd recommend is role model someone. Like, you want to get more confidence in your body, look at someone who's got a lot of confidence in their body and look at the way they're moving, right? And it's not about like mimicking them as you're sitting opposite the table, right? That'll just freak them out, right? But I'm saying about a role model that maybe you admire who's confident. Look at what they're doing, start following what they're doing, and then start embedding that into your body language as well. And notice a difference in how you feel. So, those are my tips on developing confidence through the body, and I've given you some somatic tools there as well and a couple of other practices. So yeah, don't just be caught in the mind. Obviously, you've got to use the mind to make plans and be logical, but really make an intention, whether it's one way or more. Don't make it overcomplicated, of what I shared today, or maybe there's something else that you discover that really allows you to connect with your body daily, even if it's 5 minutes, so that you can start to connect to a deeper part of yourself, which is going to build your own relationship. Therefore, you're going to increase your self-esteem and your connection with yourself and your confidence as a result. So that's what I got for you today. I appreciate you for being here. And remember to leave with your heart and not with fear.